Guys, if only you could see the way I'm balancing this camera on the mirror on a window. But hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I thought I'd just have like a chit chat. I've realized something though, that every single time I come on YouTube and do like a chit chat, get ready with me, casual conversation, I'm always ill. I'm ill again. I know, no, it is not coronavirus. I'm fine, guys. It's just a little minor cold. But I thought I would just do like a no makeup look, so like a very casual, basically what my everyday look is, but a lot more simplified, nice and chilled, nice and relaxed. And recently, I don't know whether it's because Valentine's Day is coming up, but something is in the air. But recently, I seem to be getting a lot of DMs about relationships, past, current, failed, future, everything. So instead of putting it on my Instagram and asking everyone to ask me questions, because I think by now we all know that 99% of the questions are going to be about myself and Danny, which is just not going to happen, I thought I would take the questions I've already got in my DMs, and then while I'm getting ready, tell you guys what they were, and then answer them, and then go from there. You will definitely be hearing some noise. Where I am currently staying, there is work being done, so if you hear like banging and stuff, we're just gonna act like that's not there. Like we're just gonna that's gone. The drilling you can currently hear is gone. You can't hear anything. So let's go. The video might be slightly wonky, guys, because honestly, if you could see the unbalance in this, it is insane. Okay, so oh no, right, I'm doing everything wrong. I have already moisturized my face. I use Bobbi Brown's enriched vitamin C base cream, which is like one of the best moisturizers and primers you can use. And then I've now got into a habit of setting my face before I actually do anything. So I'm setting it with Sport FX Mist and Fix, which is like this. And then I'm gonna go from there. Oh yeah, get on in there. Oh, use a foundation. So I'm using NARS, and I'm using the Natural Radiant Long. I'm gonna put my phone on silent. That's just gonna be something I'm gonna have to do. It's just gonna silence that really quick. The Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation, and my shade is Macao. One of the questions that I get asked a lot, right? And I don't know why I get asked this a lot, but you'd be surprised how many people ask me this, is what's like the corniest, cheesiest, worst, however they want to phrase it, but chat up lines I've ever had. I don't know. Do you know what? I've never really had a someone like do like a chat up kind of situation. Like I've kind of been, for better use of the word, lucky, in the sense that I've kind of had just people just have casual conversation with me. I'm easily pleased, clearly. I've never really had one. I've had just kind of like casual, hey, how are you? How's your day going? I think the worst one I've maybe had is I'm like, I don't like when guys like force a situation. So I've had like situations where I've said to someone like, you know, like either I don't want to go out, or like I'm more of like a homebody kind of person, and they've kind of been like, yeah, me too, but like we can chill together in your home. Like since you're a homebody, like let's chill at home. No. So that's just not gonna happen. Like, because if I don't even want to be out on the road with you, then you're not coming to my house. Like that's sacred.
They want the coochie.
No, they can keep that energy, go somewhere else with that. There's a lot of people out there that are willing to give up the coochie, and it's not gonna happen for me, so they can keep that energy and stay well away from me. Because I just, you know, it's just unnecessary. Guys, there is a mirror right behind. I'm gonna have to tweak the lighting, I think, in editing, because the lighting in real life is actually banging, and the lighting on the camera right now is very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. So, right, foundation is on. So when I do like my no makeup look, I over blend and over press in my foundation, because if there's any like marks or blemishes or anything like that on my face, it's gonna sound really, really weird, but typically I'd like it not to show. But on days like this, sometimes I like it to show, because I really do want it to like just look as basic as possible. So the more I do it, the more I kind of eventually take off. So it's not too heavy, and it's not too like, okay, you're basically just wearing like a whole full face of makeup. Also, typically I would wear tinted moisturizer by NARS, but today's gonna be a bit of a long day of filming, so I've gone for the foundation. How do you reject a guy in a nice way? This is like just old Maybelline brow gel. I literally just brush up my brows like so before I forget to actually talk you through what I am doing, because that is also the whole point of this video. Oh, my eyebrows look like a hot mess. And then I use a mixture of NARS Brow Perfector, which one side has the brush, and the other side has the pencil. That's a little bit darker, as well as just any brown pencil to kind of just fill in the gaps and make it a little bit more sane, because right now I look like a crazy person. I don't know how to reject guys. I mean, I just try and be nice with it. Like, for me, I'm not really someone that's like, don't talk to me, I have a boyfriend. Like, I'm not going to pretend to you like I've got a man, because I don't. So I'm going to keep it very honest. Like, I try not to, like, I'm not going to lie about a situation. Like, I'm very much just kind of honest, and just, you know, everything for me is about like your tone. And you can say something that's quite harsh, but if you say it in a particular tone of voice, it can stop it from being perceived in like a really negative way. So I'm quite just like, you know, if someone says, can I talk to you, do you have a man, can I have your number? No, I don't have a man, but I also don't particularly want to give out my number, because I'm just not in a space of wanting to kind of get to know anyone new. And, you know, you can come up to me with any kind of excuse of, oh yeah, but you could be blocking a black, don't really care. It's just as simple as, you know, like, no, thank you so much. Like, I'm really, really grateful that you showed interest, but like, I'm good, thanks. I kind of just want to go home. I want to chill, want to have a good night. Not really in a headspace of trying to get to know anyone, but thanks anyway. I don't know. Is that rude? Steph, is that rude?
Polite but honesty is probably the best, to be honest.
I feel like that's just the best way to do it, because then you haven't hidden anything. I'm not going to pretend I've got a boyfriend for you to Google search me or Instagram search me and realise that I don't, and then be like, oh, so you're a liar now. Like, I'd rather just keep it honest. Like, I don't have a man, but I'm also not interested. I'm not interested, but thank you so very much. Or if you like approach me on a tip of like, oh, like we could potentially do work together, okay, yeah, let's do work. But if it's work, I don't need your number. Let's exchange social media or email addresses first, so then I know you're about business, and then let's go from there. Because I don't really, you know, like there's definitely other ways to go about it. So
yeah, you also have to be careful of the guys that are a bit aggressive. So I'll say, just if you really feel threatened, just give them your Instagram, man, and done.
And done it. Give me the Snapchat you don't actually use. Just take my Snapchat, man. So for my brows and then underneath my eyes, I mix Too Faced Born This Way, and I am in the shade Warm Sand, and I use Maybelline Superstay in Tan 45. So the reason I mix it is because this one is a bit too light for me, so it brightens, and this concealer, the Maybelline one, is kind of perfect, so it conceals. So I literally put, no exaggeration, one dot underneath, a dot on the back of my hand, blend it in and out just a little bit like that, in the corner only, so not too crazy. In the inner corners under my eyes, I put a dot in the middle of my head, and then a dot on my chin. Just neaten up, especially now my eyebrows need doing, because they are like, honestly, they're like caterpillars on my face right now. It's absolutely abysmal. I cannot believe I've let my eyebrows go out for this long. Like, it's literally been like a month. How disgusting of me. Question I've had: what's your biggest turn-offs in a guy? So let me stop blending for this. Wait, let me finish blending, and then let me sit down and have this conversation. My Laura Mercier powder, and while I am baking, I will answer this question of what my biggest turn-offs are. So I'm gonna put a tiny bit there, mainly in the corner and down the nose. Same on this side. Okay, I really don't want to put too much on, because again, the whole point is that it looks like I'm basically not wearing anything. and then a little bit just here. Okay, right, so my biggest turn-offs. I feel like there is a very fine line between confidence and arrogance, and for me, I feel like some people just don't know that. Some people just don't know that there's a fine line, and they will cross the line. And it's like, I appreciate that you know that, like, you're doing well, you're good looking, you're earning your monies, you know, you're providing, you're a good man with a good heart and a good soul, but that does not then mean you need to constantly 24/7 be tooting your own horn, hun. Like, I just feel like there's a fine line between knowing within yourself what you bring to the table. You might even be shit, you might be the table, like, and having to constantly tell the whole world and other females that this is what you bring to the table. So for me, arrogance is just, that's gotta, me, the door's there, I'm gonna be through it probably before it's even open. I'll find my way through it, like I'll slip through the cracks. Don't like that. I really hate people with no manners. I hate, and like hate is a very strong word, and I mean it. People that don't understand the basics of saying please and thank you. If someone calls you, especially if it's an elder, especially if it's a parent, yeah, what do you mean yeah? Yes please. Yeah please, even like I don't know, just for me, the basics of manners, like I've come across far too many people that don't understand how precious and how necessary manners are. So that kind of rudeness, cancelled, done, out of here. Ugh, gross, no, skirt, bye. Definitely that. I don't know, I kind of made it seem like there was loads, but there's not. But those are like, those are the two main things. I think another big thing, but this is more like a, I don't know necessarily if this is like, I guess it counts as a turn off, but this is quite an internal thing, is someone that lacks any type of ambition. So for me, you could literally have a dream of, I don't know, literally as simple as, I don't know, just be in the management of a company you work for. You're still trying to achieve something. There are far too many people that are just, you know, comfortable, and that's absolutely fine. There is nothing wrong with being comfortable and content, but for me personally, because I'm someone that wants to constantly achieve something bigger, and then the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, for me, when it comes to like a love interest or dating or anything like that, they also have to be someone that's interested in getting something higher, something bigger, something better. But also the beauty in that is that they will then push me to want more, and then vice versa, and then we can grow onwards and upwards together. Oh my god, I can't breathe. Wow. Wait, dying over here. Can you actually hear me just sniveling my life? Yeah, that's a necessity for me. But again, that's me personally. That's not like an off-putting thing of guys in general. That's an off-putting thing or a turn off for me when it comes to guys I'm interested in, or they're interested in me, and like we're trying to see if it could progress into something more specifically. When people chew like this, why can I see your tonsils? I don't want to see your tonsils. I don't want to see what you ate yesterday, because when you chew with your mouth that open, I can basically see inside your stomach. I don't need to see all of that. Like, it's too much. Like, just contain, slow it down, keep your lips, like, I just can't, the mouth clapping and the, yeah, I can't. Literally makes me want to vomit. That is, you're cancelled. You are cancelled. Okay, so when I blend out or dust away what's left, which is basically nothing, of the powder, forgot the name of it, the setting powder, I use Bare Minerals Bare Pro in shade Chai 26. I do it so that if I was to ever take a picture, there's no flashback, and it blends in, and it kind of makes my skin tone just look even all over, which is basically most of my face. We are almost done with this, by the way. Like, this look is basically done. Oh, okay, how do you know when you should stop seeing someone? I have a few things. Do you know what? I'll give some points from like my point of view, like when I know I'm over them, and then from when I know I should take the hint, because something like it works both ways. So when I know I'm over someone, my interest in wanting to converse with them just on a basic level disappears. Like, I just have no interest to talk to you. Like, I could go from talking to you constantly all throughout the day to when you call my phone, I genuinely sigh before I answer it. If now it's an effort to even have a genuine conversation and just oh, I hope you've had a good day, you don't want to talk to that person anymore. You need to stop seeing them. You don't see it going further than what it is. I feel like a lot of people force situations because in their head, prior to them no longer having the interest, they've created this whole facade and just illusion and I guess hopeful situation of how they think it's going to go, and then when it doesn't go like that, people will stay in the situation because they can't necessarily come to terms with the fact that it hasn't gone the way they wanted. And for me, the acceptance of that and just letting it go is probably for the best. So once I know in my head that okay, I can actually no longer see you like as my actual man, turn to husband, turn to father of my children, turn to lifelong partner, like if I can no longer see it even 1%, there's no point in us seeing each other. I take the hint when I'm constantly texting and getting either minimal replies or one-word answers. Like, you just don't have an interest in me anymore, and that's okay. Like, I can just keep it moving. There's billions of people in this world. Like, it's okay. Like, it's fine. Jordan gets it. She's just gonna, like, I'm just gonna leave you alone. Like, I get it. It's fine. As dramatic as it sounds, your gut will tell you if a conversation with someone has changed, if he's less interested, if the way he talks to you is different, if there's less affection, if you meet up, if there's less things like eye contact. For me, body language is a lot better than any type of verbal communication, texting, anything like that. And if your energies are no longer aligned and they just don't match, it's time to stop. I use Hula Toasted by Benefit, and I literally just put the tiniest bit where my contour should be. So instead of actually contouring, I use a tiny bit of bronzer, and it kind of does the job for me. Tends to always end with a dewy finish, which is what kind of makes it look like you're not wearing any makeup. It looks more like natural skin. It looks more like natural skin, because when it's too matte, you can obviously tell that you've got makeup on. But what I like about this is that when it's quite dewy, it just looks like skin. Would you date a man that doesn't make as much money as you?
Hey!
I think he's gonna like this question. Not a requirement, but it's definitely something that I would really like and appreciate. And the reason I say that now is because I'm at a position where I want to progress to a particular level. And what I've found, and please comment below and let me know if I'm wrong or alternative opinions to this scenario, but what I've learned is that typically in the situations where someone I've dated hasn't been earning as much, me personally, it's because they are comfortable with where they are instead of necessarily wanting to progress and go further. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't men out there that are earning less but really want to be earning more and are just haven't been put in a position where they can do so. But again, that's like a completely different topic, because they still have the ambition to do so. But for me, I think because of what I do in terms of my traveling, in terms of what I want to do as a career, in terms of the way in which I want to provide for my family. And when I say family, I mean the family that myself, husband, kids, but as well my mum, my gran, my stepdad, my siblings, my cousins, my immediate actual family. I want to provide them with a particular life that I never had, but they made me feel like I had growing up, and that requires a particular bulk of income.
So many answers, but overall, I think there's too much emphasis on the money. I think the importance is the balance in the relationship. So if one partner's bringing in more money than the other person, I don't think necessarily sex is the important thing. I think the important thing is if you're bringing finance, if you're missing something and they are bringing what you're missing into the relationship, there might be a massive hole and gap in your relationship that you need that person to fulfill. It might not be money. He might be someone that answers every single thing that you've wanted and dreamed. But just because he's got a lack of money or his money is less than yours, doesn't mean he's not worth being with you.
100%.
Yeah, honestly wouldn't care because I know what I bring. Like, I do everything. I can cook, I can clean, I can write. I can
see, and that's what I'm saying. Like when you know within yourself, like
Yeah.
I am the table.
I'm the
I
shit.
am the table. I don't bring anything to the table. Like I am the table.
I'm a whole gourmet meal.
A whole meal. Then it's different. Like it is. I genuinely believe it's different.
Yeah.
Like just ask you guys this question. Okay, wait. Before I put the question out here, I've actually, believe it or not, I've finished the makeup. So it was literally foundation, concealer, powder, done. That's it, and Vaseline on thy lips. Because sometimes, not too much. Just, you know. I typically like to do this with tinted moisturizer, but like I said, I've got a long day of filming, so tinted moisturizer tends to not stay as long all day, so you're going for the foundation look. But it's literally just basic, simple, not even a lipstick, but throw on a lipstick if you want to throw on a lipstick if you want. Do you date someone that is not earning as much money as you are? That's why I like the no makeup look, because it literally takes 10 minutes. Literally. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go and rest my throat. Love you guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.